Crunchy on the outside, moist and juicy on the inside, this fried chicken will change your life. If you have ever wanted to make fried chicken, this recipe is for you. Hi, friends. Welcome to the Practical Housewife, where I will be helping you to transform your meals into a luxurious experience your family and friends can enjoy. I am your favorite housewife and host, Yolan Wallace. Let's get started. To make our fried chicken, we will need bone in chicken parts, all purpose flour, eggs, sazon, salt, vegetable oil, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, and all purpose seasoning. To begin making our fried chicken, we are first going to be seasoning our chicken and allowing it to sit for 30 minutes. And I should say that the longer you allow your chicken to marinate, the more the flavor will develop. But for the purpose of this video, and I am showing you all the steps, I will let it sit for 30 minutes. To my chicken, I will add garlic powder, and I use a generous amount of garlic powder as this is the secret behind, my chicken. So as you can see, I use a generous amount. Next, I will be using an all-purpose seasoning, and you can choose your all-purpose seasoning, the one that you like. Next, I will be adding some cayenne pepper. This gives it a kick. It will not be spicy, but just enough to give it a kick. And finally, I'll be adding salt. Now that we're done adding our seasoning, it is now time to give it a mix. And the goal is to get the chicken covered in seasoning. So far, I can tell that I will need a little bit more all-purpose seasoning. I'm going in and adding just a little bit more all-purpose seasoning. And you want to gently massage it in. This is what our chicken looks like, and you can see the seasoning there. While our chicken is marinating, it is now time to prep our dry ingredient. And to a Ziploc bag, I added 3 cups of flour, and I will be adding some garlic powder. And I would say about 2 tablespoons to 3 cups of flour. I'm adding 1 and just a little bit of the second bag of sazon, and just a little bit, 2-3 shakes of all-purpose seasoning. Once you are done adding your seasoning to your flour, you want to close your bag and give it a shake, ensuring that all the seasoning is mixed in properly. For our wet ingredient or binding agent, we are going to be using 4 large eggs. Now that we've added our eggs, we want to whisk to combine. Our chicken have now been sitting for 30 minutes and it is now time to prepare our chicken. And what I like to do with my chicken is to dip it in the egg wash. Ensure that you remove the skin and allow the egg to go under the skin. Then the next step is to drop in your flour. And for the dry batter, you want to lift the skin and allow the flour, the seasoned flour, to go underneath. I'm going to shake off any excess flour that's there, and it should look like this. What I always tell my friends, as a matter of fact, they are the ones who they requested this video so much that I decided to just go ahead and do it. You want to do the wet and dry batter. You want to do that step all at once. So do it for all the chicken that you are planning to fry, because what I realize is that it allows the flour to oxidize, and that's what you truly want. So while it is sitting for a little bit before going into the oil, it oxidizes, which I believe is good for, and it makes the chicken come out better, in my opinion. So you want to, so you go wet and dry, and I usually put multiple in the bag at once. The wing can go as well. Drain. Shuffle. And ensure that the seasoned flour goes under the skin. Shake excess and place. This will take some time, so I'll just speed through this process. This is what our chicken looks like, and this is a whole chicken, by the way. And as you can see in different sections, it has started to oxidize, so it's not as dry as it was before. To fry our chicken, we are going to be using a deep pot, as this is deep fried chicken, and I am going to be turning my dial all the way to high. Today, I am using vegetable oil. Because this is deep fried chicken, you want to bring it about 4 to 5 inches. And that's what I did. And I turned my dial on high because I want it to heat quickly, but once I put in the first set, I will bring it below medium. So I believe our oil is now hot, but if you are not sure, What I like to do, I like to take my fork, stick it in the chicken, and put it in the pot. And if you see bubbles rising, then it is ready. As you can see, the bubble is rising. One important thing or tip to note is that I have separated the thighs and the breast because they cook for about 20 to 22 minutes depending on the size, and the leg and wing cook for about 12 to 14 minutes depending on the size. So I'm going to add the legs and the wing, and you want to cook them together, the ones that are running on the same time frame. So once I added my chicken, I am going to be turning my dial all the way from high to just a little bit past medium. What we're looking for is for slow bubbles. Right now the bubbles, they're raging, and we don't want this because this will burn your chicken. Next, I'm going to be adding 12 minutes to my timer, and I will be flipping the chicken every 2 minutes. So now that the chicken is in the pot, I can go back over what I just said because I think I was rushing. For the fried chicken, you want to separate the thighs and the breast because they have the same cook time, and you want to do wings and legs together because they have the same time. For thighs and breast, you are running from 18 to 20 minutes, and the wing and leg run from about 12 minutes to 14 minutes depending on the size. Also, you want to bring your oil to a slow boil. It is getting to where I want it to be. And once we get to the 2 minute mark, I will be flipping the chicken. That is why I went ahead and I prepped all the pieces of the chicken at the same time, because you have to focus with this part. Well, the way I do it. We have come to the 2 minute mark, and it is now time to flip our chicken. As you can see, it's already taking on a beautiful color. And I will go ahead and turn my heat down some more. The bubbles are still raging. I want to bring it all the way down to a slow bubble. We are at the 2 minute mark, and it is time to flip our chicken again. I know it is submerged in the oil. However, for me, I want it to cook the same throughout, and that is why I flip it, because although it is submerged, obviously the oil at the bottom of the pot is closer to the fire, so I believe it's hotter to the bottom of the pot. So, and remember, we are flipping every 2 minutes. So I just wanted to show you the slow bubble that is going on right now, and that is where you want your pot to be, because it means that it is being cooked all the way through. When it is raging, it is pretty much burning the outside, and that is why a lot of times people will fry the chicken and on the outside looks good, but it's not cooked all the way through. So you are looking for the slow bubble. So it doesn't matter the pot that you're using. If you use how fast or how slow the bubble is going, you can't go wrong. So now we're at the 2 minute mark, and we are going to flip again. Our first batch is done, and take a look at how beautiful that chicken is. Now that our chicken is done, we are going to be laying it on a wire rack for it to drain. It's so pretty. And it is cooked all the way through. I can tell you because the fork is going through easily. Let me give you a close look at the chicken. Before we add our next set, what we will do is turn the heat up a little bit so the bubbles can be halfway raging again, and then we are going to add our thighs and breast. It is now time to add our thighs and breast, and as I said before, our thighs and breast will cook for 18 to 20 minutes. And I'll set my timer, that way I'm not guessing, and I'll set it for 20 minutes because the thighs and breast, in my opinion, they are, I would say, on the larger side. And once again, as we did with the leg and wings, we are going to be flipping the chicken every 2 minutes. I ran out of memory and I had to clear my phone, so I went ahead and kept flipping at the 2-minute mark. We do have 13 minutes to go out of 20, so we're almost at the flipping time, and as you can see, it's raging a bit too much, so I'm going down on my dial because we are watching the bubble. We need it to be a slow bubble, not a raging one. We are at the 12-minute mark, and it is now time to flip our chicken. So far, this is what it looks like. It's time to flip. Our thighs and breast are done, and it's time to take them out and shake. A close look. You see how easy that goes through? It's cooked perfect. And the breast is nice and tender. So I'm just going to add the final pieces and put 18 minutes on the clock. Now that our chicken is done and have been resting for about, I want to say 5 minutes, it is now time to plate our chicken. To plate our chicken, I will be using a styrofoam lunchbox and some red and white parchment paper, which I purchased on Amazon. So to get this look, this pack was about $11 and you get 100 sheets. So I believe I will add 2 sheets and turn it at an angle. Just like in the corner. And I was inspired by a diner style presentation. That is why I am using the red and white. I'm gonna add a thigh wing, breast, and a leg. I think I should add another thigh just to give it some height. So our final presentation looks like, I believe it looks really good. And with our chicken, I will be serving it with ketchup. Fried chicken and ketchup goes together. And there we have it, friends. Our fried chicken is done. Golden brown and cooked to perfection. It is moist, tender, and delicious. I am more than confident that you will be able to make it at home. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or both, please let me know by liking this video and commenting fried chicken. See you next time.